Hi, friends. Let's talk about how I lost 90 pounds. I want to share with you my story because whenever I tell anybody that I lost 90 pounds after pregnancy, and it's been 3.5 years, and still I have been able to keep it off, uh, they are always asking me, how did you do it? And my answer would be, oh, I just worked very hard, and that was it. Then I thought about it, and I thought I need to give something valuable that actually helped me, because losing 90 pounds for me is like losing another my size, because I'm about 100 pounds. And you might be thinking, how did you gain that much? Well, it's a long story, so let's just keep it there. I was having some complications, that's why I gained that much weight. But let's talk about how I was able to work on it and get rid of all that extra weight. It took me about 1 year after I started working out. So it took exactly 1 year. After 6 months of having my baby, I started working out because I was having health issues, so I was not in condition to even start working on my weight loss. So I started after 6 months, and it took about a year, and it's been 2 years after that, and I'm still uh, thanks thanks to God able to continue that and staying at a healthy weight. So I want to give you something that helped me. You can take whatever you like and leave whatever you don't like. Um, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. I have doctorate in computational engineering, which is completely different. Although I'm very much interested in health and wellness, so I want to share with you my biggest things that helped me. So I followed 5 principles, and it's all about mindset. I'm not going to talk about the dieting or exercising. I did some of those, of course, but I'm not an expert in that, and I'm not like advising on that. But the mindset that helped me to go through this, I think that is 90% responsible for me to have a success. So let's talk about that. Number one is having a clear goal and having a deep, meaningful motivation. So I had a clear goal that I want to lose weight. You have to decide when you want to do something, when you want to start your school, you want to decide that you want a degree. So same way, I decided that I want to lose the extra pounds so that I can be healthy, right? And number two things, the secondary thing in that is have to have a motivation. Whenever we make a presentation or write a proposal or do anything, we have first thing that we have is motivation. If you don't have a meaningful motivation, you are not going to work on it. What is meaningful motivation? The motivation that connects you from your heart, deeply, emotionally, uh, and which is very important. If you have a motivation like, oh, I want to fit into my old clothes, or I want to look a certain way, that's good, that's all fine, but it's not deep, it's superficial. So for me, or any mothers, would be that I want to be healthy for my child, to take care of my child most efficient way I can, and happily, and have a healthy life. So that is for me very much deeper motivation. Whenever I look at my child, I get motivated that for her I'm going to do the best I can. So for you it might be something different, but just find what it is, and remember that, or write it down. I didn't have to write it down because just comes naturally. But if you are that kind of person who needs to write it down, then do that. So that's number one. Number two is get inspired. Inspiration is everywhere. It's in the nature, it's in the babies, it's in the birds, it's in the old ladies at the gym, it's in your friends who has lost weight successfully. It's everywhere, and just take from them, just take that inspiration and get inspired. I was deeply inspired from the older ladies at the gym, because when I was not able to move, I looked at them, and 70-year-old ladies, they are doing it, and I got inspired from them, and I pushed a little harder to myself to do better. So that's just wonderful thing to have. But what I want to tell you is get inspired from yourself. That was very important for me. Remember the hard times you went through. Remember the hardship, regardless of the hardship, regardless of the situation, how you were able to rise above it and do something successfully. Whether it's your studies, whether it's like learning new sport, or it's like finishing 5K, or I haven't done marathon yet, but if you have done it, you can think about those things. Or childbirth, it's supposed to be very hard. So I was thinking about my previous hardship, and I was telling myself, okay, I was able to do that before, so I should be able to do this too. So get inspired from your own self, because you are the most relevant person to yourself. You can relate to yourself the most. So use that. Number three is positivity and gratitude. In my opinion, they both go hand in hand. To appreciate something positive, you need to have a gratitude, and you don't have gratitude if you don't see things positively. So they are combined for me. So always look at something positive and be thankful for it. Meditation, prayers, yoga, all these things helped me so much to take a look at life positively. Whenever I would feel very tired because of the weight, and I could not even move, and feel like, am I gonna stay like this? And right away my conscience will answer me, no way, Bella, you're gonna work on it. And look at the positive side. You were fighting for your life before, now you're breathing, you are alive. So there is always something to be grateful for. There is always something. I have a beautiful baby now. I'm alive now. I have my husband and parents support, or things like that. Just look at the positive things and give that to yourself. Also remind yourself that this is temporary. That was the biggest thing I did. I always kept on myself reminding that this is not permanent, Bella. This is just temporary. This is just a phase. It will get over. You are working on it. So it is going to get over. I did not make my transition period of that 1 year, I did not make it permanent. I knew from my heart that this is temporary. I did not buy new clothes for that size, transitioning size. I just used my older clothes. I did not invest in it to make it a permanent, because I had 100% faith in myself, the positivity and the confidence that I'm going to be able to achieve the weight loss goal that I have. So that is, I think, was very important, and meditating and praying helped me so much with that. So that's my third tip. Fourth one is my fourth tip. Oh, sorry, I got something. Okay. So fourth tip that I have for you is find all the support you need. Identify the tools and support that you need and get them. So for example, I was super heavy. So when I started walking, I could not even walk even few steps because my feet, I lost the curvature of my feet and they became flat and it was hurting really bad. So I identified that and went to the physical therapist, learned some exercises and started doing those to cope up with the pain that I get from walking or any exercise, because I know that one way of reducing that pain is losing weight. And I cannot lose weight until I work out. When I work out, I get pain. So I have to break that cycle and I had to identify what I need to do to break that cycle. So another example that using tools is Fitbit. 3 years ago, Fitbit was big, and right these days everybody has Apple Watch. I had Fitbit at that time and I invested in it, and it was the great investment because it helped me to track my progress, daily progress. Well, one caution with that, I stopped using it after a year or so because it it was something that I was using as a tool. Instead of that, it was becoming my obsession. Instead of enjoying my Zumba class, I was worried about how many steps it will give me or how many calories I would burn, and that is not healthy. That's not fun. It stopped being fun, so I stopped using it, and I still don't use it because I feel like I can easily get obsessed with things and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do unhealthy obsession. But it helped me tremendously. Initially it helped me so much. Starting a gym, it helped me so much. Starting a membership at the gym, because it was getting winter was coming and I could not walk outside anymore and I needed something. So that was a great investment. Identify what is great investment for you and just do that. If at that time I knew about essential oils, I would have got my Young Living kit at that time, but I did not know anything about that. It could have been a good tool at that time, but now I have it, so I use this. But yeah, at that time I did not have it. So your tool can be anything. Support would be my husband's support, my mother-in-law's support. They all knew that how important it was for me to get back in my optimum health so that I can take care of my baby better. So they were all very supportive and very helpful, and that helped me a lot to get the time out of the busy schedule of taking care of baby. They helped me with that, and I was able to take care of myself, and that was so much important, and I appreciate them so much. Number 5, last one. Now this one is 10% of maybe contribution of what I have achieved, but if I did not do this one, then it was no point to have the mindset. But if you really have the right mindset, you are going to do the last part, which is taking the action, doing it, and having fun with it. That's so important. Having fun, just find out what you like, find out what is fun to you. For me, I try different things because I tried Zumba for the first time like 2-3 years ago, and now I'm a Zumba instructor because I loved it so much and I enjoy it so much. It's so fun. So you want to do something fun for yourself as a workout. You don't want to, oh, I have to work out. You want to be like, oh, I'm so excited, I want to work out today. So find something fun for you. For me, it was water aerobics, yoga, and Zumba. And of course, eating right is also, if you think eating right is fun, it will be fun for you and you will be easily able to do it. For me, I'm a vegetarian since my birth, so it is very easy to eat healthy. But you have to like still you have to watch on candies and things. So one trick I learned, I would have candy once in a while, dark chocolate, I love it. So I will have one piece, and then if I want second piece, I would ask somebody, anybody. If my husband is around, I would ask him. So he'll be like, oh yeah, go for the second one. So why asking? Because he's not gonna say no, but it's a trick that I was playing with my mind. It buys me some time between me feeling like having the chocolate and asking him. uh, when I ask him, it gives me enough time to rethink if I really want to have a second piece of chocolate. And most of the times I'll be like, no, I don't want to eat second piece of chocolate right now. And sometimes I would want to eat it, but that's fine. At least I bought myself some time, and I reanalyzed that, do I really want to eat it, or is this, I'm just eating it mindlessly. So be a little bit mindful about what you are eating, and yeah, those things help me so much. If you have any questions, let me know. I would love to help you with anything, if I can help anybody. And if just remember, if I could do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. So thank you so much. Hopefully this helps you. Bye.